The American story is an ode to movement. We've never been able to stay put, which explains the intricate mesh of highways and byways that connects this country to its inner self. Is it any wonder, then, that our national cuisine evolved at Tarmac's edge? Let's face it, no matter what sophisticated urban chefs create, deep down what we really crave is what the diner, the cafe, and the truck stop can offer. Alas, the modern interstate has rendered our palates comfortably numb with its rolling miles of paved pablum, and that is a shame, because if we don't savor the flavor of the road, then our edible heritage will soon become history. So America, it is with a full tank and an empty stomach that I say to you in the words of my forefathers, let's ride. So far, we've trekked upriver from Venice, Louisiana through New Orleans, great gumbo, Mississippi, hot tamales, Memphis, soul food, the donut mecca that is St. Louis, and finally, Balltown, Iowa, a darn good place for pie. Now, we're standing in the middle of the railroad tracks at 6 o'clock in the morning here in Alma, Wisconsin. It's day, I have no idea what day it is. The reason we're here is, well, we're not trying to catch a train, but we are trying to catch the little water shuttle out to the famed Alma fishing float, where we're hoping to catch tonight's dinner. Come along, won't you?
Okay. We gotta go get tackle.
Where's your little fishy? Where's your little fishy?
Out there.
As I cast my line into the water, I contemplate the tasty things that lie below the depths of the drowned water. Ooh, things like the gar. Never cooked one, but I'm willing to try. There's the shovel-nosed sturgeon, very tasty. There are a lot of different types of carp in the Mississippi, all good eating. And ooh, the blue catfish, which can grow to over 100 pounds. Every bit of it finger-licking good. Whoa! Yeah, that's a northern.
Kiss him. Beautiful fish. No.
That's very nice.
See that stringy stuff coming off there?
Finally, I don't feel like I'm a total failure.
Come on, now what? Now what do I do? Finally, someone whose cast is more pathetic than mine. It's good to see.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Nice, Jason.
Yet another fish.
And yet another incredibly
This place
pathetic.
is full of them.
Yeah, that's a great looking fish, Ramon. I'm taking a poll. How much do you hate Ramon?
I caught two fish and I hate them a lot.
You've caught 2 fish?
And I still
I hate
them.
you. How many fish have you caught?
I caught one smallmouth, and I hate Ramon with a passion right now.
I caught a smallmouth bass, and I hate Ramon almost beyond describing. That's 2. Look at you. I hate you. Die.
Get him. Don't let him get away.
That's Bear's catch right there.
Nicely done, Bear.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It just
I
goes
can't
to
take
show
credit
that
for this.
patience. And what did you catch that on?
Minnow.
A minnow.
Yep.
Not quite as big as the one that I caught and let go, but a good fish nonetheless.
Thank you. Thank you.
So after being humiliated by my fishing experience, my 2 crummy little fish, I've returned to the safety of the restaurant or the cafe here at the Alma. What do you call this? The Alma Fish Float?
Great Alma Fishing Float.
The Great Alma Fishing Float. They've got an actual floating restaurant here on this dock. And this is Jim and Tim, brothers, and you guys have run this place for how long?
21 years.
20
This is our 21st.
years. 21st year.
Yep.
And what is this?
Well, we smoke about every kind of fish we get out here. If that there, I believe, is carp.
What's good for breakfast?
Specialty for breakfast is the mess, of course.
The mess: eggs, bacon, ham, sausage, taters, onions, peppers, all scrambled together with cheese and toast. Sauerkraut optional. Well, good.
That's a hit.
Because I think with the crowd,
You know, you almost got to try it if you haven't. Believe it or not, you'd like it.
Make me a mess right now, but I want a little bit of smoked fish worked into it.
Okay,
All
I
right,
can do that.
There. I'll wait for the mess.
All right, a little bit of oil on the grill. We're gonna grate up a fresh potato. I'll let it steam. And so we gotta get some sausage out. We better get the smoked fish warmed up a little too here. kind of start blending it together. There, now we'll pour the eggs on it. Then we better pop the toast down here quick, that goes with it. And then we can throw the sauerkraut on here. I'll get ready to do it. We're ready to have her. Let's fill her up. Troops are getting hungry. Top it off. Put the sauerkraut on it. That's a mess. Well, I don't think I've ever made one with the smoked fish in it, so this ought to be good.
So that's a mess.
Yes,
It's a masterpiece.
it is.
And you have guys come in who can eat all of this?
Oh, yeah.
So the hot sauce, is that the standard?
It's, well, if you like hot sauce, then you try a little and...
Well, we're committed to it.
No,
now.
yeah.
I never have had sauerkraut on breakfast before.
If you're a pepper eater, there's jalapenos to top it off.
Thanks. I'll just divide this up.
Sure. I think I might have one of them myself with that smoked fish in there.
Here, guys, everybody have some mess. Now that I've made a bit of a mess serving it. That's good. It's funny, the kraut works. Well, I proclaim this the best road breakfast yet.
Yeah, I agree. It's great.
We salute you, sir.
Thank you.
At long last, feasting rolls into the final river state, Minnesota. If I stopped and ate at every restaurant on the road that called itself the Whistle Stop Cafe, I wouldn't be able to fit my fat self onto a motorcycle, much less actually ride one. There's got to be 50 of them in every state, but for some reason, this one caught our eye. And walking in, I want to point out something that is the sign of a good local road joint. Come here. You see this local stuff? Notices for, look at this, for taxidermy shops and auctions and community events and things like that. This shows that the place is integrated into the neighborhood. It is a meeting place. It is a switchboard for information. That is a crucial element of every true road food place. Corporate restaurants don't allow this kind of thing. Come on. We find owner, manager, and head cook Carol Davidson toiling away in the kitchen. She's lived in Frontenac all of her 54 years. When she was born, the Whistle Stop was already 20-something years old. Several of the things that you want to look for in a road joint are here. One, the owner is on the premises. She's actually in the kitchen running the joint. That's important. Desserts made fresh on a daily basis. Soup made fresh on a daily basis. Waitresses with a lot of character. Waiters just don't cut it quite as well on roadside places. I don't know why that is. Ordered an interesting dish here called a hot pork. That sandwich, they're out of the hot beef right now. It's a Minnesota specialty, smothered in potatoes and gravy.
So you wanted it?
Sure. I'm just amazed by the amount of steam. This has got to be one of the healthier meals I've had. It's really good. And that pie crust, that's a lard crust.
That's what somebody said apple.
All pies come here first.
Peach.
I'm just trying to sample everything.
I know, you're just making sure it's okay for us. That's how much you care.
Okay, you guys can eat this now. It's okay. I love you. Real strawberry shortcake. Great.
Looks like strawberry coffee.
Yeah, there's not anything short about this.
No.
So how's your guys' pies? How's that strawberry shortcake?
Terrible, but we're willing to try more.
Okay. You want a malt?
How are the malts? We'll have a malt, please.
What kind? Chocolate, strawberry, butterscotch?
Chocolate.
Chocolate? Okay. Oh, chocolate malt.
She knows what she's doing.
I can't understand who you are.
Hi, I was just filling in for you.
Were you? I'll let you make them. My old guys in the morning, they think this is the best spot to come to.
Yeah. Wow. It's so easy to forget what a milkshake tastes like when it's made with, as she said, hard ice cream.
Hard. But that's really a malt.
We use this hard. It's a malted with hard ice cream.
So I've always been like a cook or a waitress all my life.
And now you own this place.
Yeah.
You and
I
your
bought this place. It'll be 3 years in July 19th.
But this place has been here for a long time,
Yeah.
since the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
One
Well,
of your
back
customers
in the
said he had
30s.
said he had his first pizza here 40 years ago. So this is a landmark restaurant.
Yeah. It used to be a restaurant, gas station, barbershop, all one.
Barbershop.
That little corner there was the barbershop. I'm here 362 days out of the year.
You had some help?
I got one, my prep cook that comes in and helps me out.
At least.
Oh yeah, there's two of us that are cooking here on Friday nights.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't be able to handle
Soup's
it.
up.
I wouldn't be able to handle it, Lois.
There's some crackers. You can have those crackers.
Put the spoon on.
Well, I can see why you can't keep good help around here. It's the front of the house people that are throwing things off. I'll go finish my malt now.
You're gonna go finish your malt.
We've just rolled into the Twin Cities. That's right. Minneapolis, St. Paul, the last major metropolis on our tour. Or would that be metropoli? I'm not sure. Anyway, we came looking for Prince because we understand he makes fantastic pancakes, but we weren't able to find him. So we decided to stop at this place. Russian hamburgers. How can you lose?
This is technically a Russian tea house, but they do have several things on the menu, including the aforementioned pierogi, which are stuffed with beef, some salads, and some yummy-looking desserts.
So what's the difference between a Russian tea room and a regular tea room? What's the tradition involved?
The Russians originally had the little samovars that they put the coals in, the wood coals in. There'd be a thing of coals down the middle, a middle tube, and keep the tea warm and very concentrated, and then water would come out of the spout here, and your tea would be very concentrated on top. So you could make it as weak or as strong as you liked. Now that's a Russian samovar.
So there's a tradition, a Russian tradition of having tea.
Tea is a little in Russia, to Russia as coffee is to here in many cultures.
So a Russian tea room would simply be a small restaurant that happens to serve Russian-style tea?
Yes, we call it the Russian tea house because it draws people in, the idea, the concept that there's going to be good Russian food when we opened 30 years ago.
You've probably made it on your own by now.
Now we're okay because people...
We were the first Russian fast food restaurant that opened. When we opened, all we had was this room here, the entrance, and people would take out their tea and their food.
I know, you want a Russian burger. I do too. Keep your pants on.
Down the pierogi, yeah. These are our most popular item. This is pierogi, the Russian hamburger. We use the best ingredients. We use Angus beef, sharp cheddar cheese, rice, caramelized onion. I know there's a big craze now not to use hydrogenated oils. We've never used it. The borscht is really good.
Which is
cabbage, beet, vegetables.
It's a Ukrainian style, a lot of cabbage, beets, carrots, potatoes, beans. It's very good with sour cream.
Is that served hot or cold?
That's a hot borscht.
Borscht means soup, so you can get a lot of variable, but it usually means there's cabbage in it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So we've got the
And the cabbage meat rolls.
The cabbage meat rolls.
We get shredded cabbage. We first started rolling them as a cabbage roll. You know, now these are called lazy cabbage rolls in Russia, which means you don't roll them, you just chop the cabbage up and you serve them.
And in Russian, that would be pronounced how?
Lenivy hulubцы. Leniwe huluptse, which is lazy.
Leniwe huluptse.
Yeah, huluptse are the cabbage rolls. Leniwe is the lazy. Yeah.
Things. Taste that. Wow. It's like pickled beets and potatoes, only good. And then the pierogi. Hot, spicy beef mix baked inside hot, buttery bread. What's not to like about that? Borscht. With a lot of onions. Now see, if borscht was like this, the borscht is amazing.
Yeah.
It is a very lightly, it's barely beety. It's mostly onions.
Beets and onions and carrots?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. This is fantastic.
I want a franchise.
When we first opened here, we lived upstairs. We had little children up in the bedroom, right up above us here. And Nikki's brother, Peter, was a famous old guitar seller. He sold to vintage guitars, to all the big bands and the Beatles, and he was very famous. One day, I heard the sweetest music coming from over there. And I thought, oh, whoever this young person is, I should encourage him, because I haven't heard any good music like this coming from there. So I walked down the steps and over there and opened the door to say, hey, good for you. Keep up the good work. You'll do well someday. And here's Bob Dylan playing over there with his entourage.
The only group that really came in and ordered was U2. They came in and they all ordered this and this and this, and this is could bring it next door. So I brought it over there, and the bodyguard, paid for everything. And I says, who were those guys? That was Bono there ordering for me. You don't know Bono?
What year was this, probably?
This was about, I would say, 20 years ago?
Yeah. 20 years.
Yeah, they were still very, very famous. They had a big show in the cities here. That was the first $20 tip I ever got.
You've worked together here for 30 years.
30 years, yeah. We started cooking little at a time. Our children used to run around under the tables as we were raising them.
I don't want your cooking secrets. I want your marriage secrets.
Oh.
On a road trip, it's really important to try new and unusual flavors, especially if they're specific to a particular cultural group or geographical location. Of course, on our westward journey, we had pickled pig's feet, we had brain sandwiches, and those funny things the Navajo made, the beef fat wrapped in intestines. See, on this trip, we've had the coulicles, we've had some chitlins and Melody's soul food, but besides that, things have been pretty mild. That's about to change.
Right on the banks of the Mississippi River in lovely Minneapolis, Minnesota, we find the Olson Fish Company, which has been making lutefisk for, what is it, about 100 years, Chris?
Just about, since 1910.
That's a long time. You're the lutefisk man?
I am.
I would like you to explain, one, how you make lutefisk, and two, why anyone would want to eat lutefisk.
I'd be happy to show you.
Lead on.
Well, this here is basically dried cod that we're importing from Norway. It's the old tradition, basically, of preserving protein by harvesting the fish in the spring when they're spawning.
Do the security guys carry these?
Yeah.
So, you want trouble, do ya? You know what that tastes like?
Fish.
A shoe made out of a fish.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I'll keep working on that. All right, what's next? You take these, and what happens?
Basically take these and we put them through a drying process for about 2 weeks.
What do you soak in?
The word lutefisk means lye fish. We actually add lye or caustic soda to the fish.
Where does that happen?
That action's out here in our processing plant, yep.
Wow, there it is. Lye. What does this do?
By putting the chemicals in the water, the fish would fluff up better by soaking in water after it had been in the chemicals.
Oh, because of the change in the proteins.
Yep.
What happens after the lye?
Well, then it goes through fresh water for about 9 to 10 days.
Is that what he's got over there?
This basically is our finished product right over there.
Let's head on over.
Okay.
Peat fresh water soaks to get all the soda out,
yep,
right?
Just to get it basically down to where it's
like this.
Got the right texture, got the right flavor, and it's safe to eat by getting the pH level down to where it needs to be.
So that's it.
Pretty much it.
Take a fish, dry a fish, soak a fish in lye for a few days, take it out, rinse it, several times. Let it soak in clean water.
Yep.
Until the pH is at a certain point. Drain it, package it, done. Well, I've got to have some because we have to eat some, so. And then, quick as a wink, we've got ourselves some lye-soaked goodness to go. We'll cook that up sometime later. When feasting rides on, the secret to a perfect omelet, have a stick of butter. At a gas stop outside St. Paul, we receive an anonymous tip about a downtown diner that's supposedly been dishing out good eats for 60 years. Sounds too good to be true, but we follow the lead anyway. When we see the neon glow of Mickey's, we know we're home. Mickey's, which never ever closes, is run by the founders' grandchildren, Melissa and Gunnar Matson, who make sure every offering, from the hash browns to the baked beans to the shakes, are utterly diner-authentic. This is Keith. Keith is a rare item in the food world. He's a short order cook.
Yep.
And this is your domain, the griddle.
This is my domain, yep.
Now, do you guys call that a flat top, a griddle, or a grill in Minneapolis?
Flat top.
In St. Paul. Okay, that's flat top. You got a couple of plates you just put up. Tell me what you've prepared here, please.
Liver and onions, it's the first plate up here. And then right here is an O'Brien special with a side of a 4-ounce steak.
O'Brien special.
Yep,
You got a couple
that's
of
one
eggs
of our
on there.
more popular dishes.
How long you been here?
About 7 years.
Were you a short order cook when you came here? Or
No,
did you
I
become
started off from the ground up as a dishwasher.
And now you're the man.
Well, I'm not the man, but I try to be.
Well, you know, there are 10 of us.
Yep.
And we're all getting ready to order.
Yep.
And that means you're going to cook everything.
Yep, I'm going to do it.
Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what we're going to have, and then we're going to hit you all at once, and then watch the marvel unfold.
Sounds good.
I mean, hash browns cooked in lard.
Yeah, you don't know if it could be finer. Come on, you know.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a little unorthodox. I'm going to have a patty melt.
Okay.
I want the beans.
Right.
I want the hash browns.
You want the hash browns?
And I want the coleslaw.
Oh, that's no problem.
Because I need vegetables.
Right.
Badly.
Some fiber.
Yeah, I
Like
need
it?
some fiber.
And then who's next? Yeah. Liver and onions?
Yeah. I'm gonna have the Big Eric.
Big Eric. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, what you have?
Let me get a cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger?
With fries.
Your French fries? Coleslaw? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you guys some silverware.
I've never seen this. So this is just the shredded cabbage and carrot, and then you get the sauce on the side. Never seen that before ever in my life. I want to know why my
You know
slaw.
why? It's like a salad because then if you put it on and let it sit, you know, like most people do, then it gets soft and it gets kind of runny. Or sometimes there's too much on there, or it's too dry. So that way you can make it just how you like it.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Have a ball.
Yep.
It takes a brave man to order liver in a diner. Are you a liver lover?
I'm going to tell you in a second.
Why did you order the? What moved you to order the liver?
It's actually like liver.
You do like liver? I do. Liver with bacon
With bacon.
and hash browns.
So, till it feels okay.
See, whenever I eat liver, that's the look on my face. This is the miracle of griddling the hash browns. They've kind of glued together, but they're not browned on top. Okay, you got that? But they're together, but they look on the underside.
First of all, excuse me.
Oh. I'm ever so happy.
You make a mean patty melt.
The combination of properly griddled toast, American cheese slices, it's the best of all worlds. It's like what happens when a Philly cheesesteak marries a hamburger. You get the patty melt. My personal favorite of all time.
Hey, told you.
I've seen omelets before, but that's just ridiculous.
Isn't that cool? That omelet would get fluffy like that?
I'm gonna order one just to watch him make it. Keith, show us how to do a chili omelet,
All right.
please.
3 eggs. Just let it sit for a few minutes.
How long do you leave it in there?
About 4 or 5 minutes. So.
Good Lord, that's gotta be half a stick of butter. Minimum.
You just kind of roll it around, get it to a...
That was all.
Give it a light little flip.
This is inspired. In a French restaurant, this would be a pan soufflé avec meat and beans or some such thing. This is amazing, Keith.
Thank you.
You drain out most of the butter at the end of the cooking process.
Yeah. It evaporates. Helps global warming. It just something
it's
like
not,
that.
You know, we were talking about how important it is to keep this place original. You were saying there were two things.
There's 2 things. One is it's sort of a family philosophy.
What is the family philosophy?
It's not really anything that's been defined. It's just that it seems like my dad felt important about keeping everything authentic.
Yeah.
Cash register, coffee machine, and he's kind of passed that on to us.
Everything that you possibly can keep.
Try to keep as authentic as possible.
The heritage.
Yeah.
You want to maintain the food, you want to maintain the place.
Absolutely.
That's
If it's not broken, don't fix it.
That's
when
the
it
doctrine.
breaks, shut down
That's the
and fix it
mandate.
fast.
The mandate,
That's
if
the
it ain't
mandate.
broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, that's the mandate.
Well, kids, this ain't broke.
Thank you.
So don't fix it.
Thank you very much.
I, for one, flat out refuse to leave Minnesota without experiencing an honest-to-goodness smorgasbord. Problem is, the local master of the craft turns out to be a caterer, so I use all my celebrity pull to garner an invitation to a special preview of today's performance by Sorley Anderson. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Alton Brown. I was hoping for Scandinavian food, and it sounds like I've come to the right person, at least with you. You know, I've got a woman with an accent and kind of a cow kind of apron there. So.
Well, this is a marinette, but that's a very typical Finnish.
Okay, I didn't understand anything she just said. Did you?
You did it?
I did.
You'll have to. You have.
I say this is a very typical Finnish marimekko apron.
Apron. I got apron.
Yeah.
Okay, I understood apron.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a smorgasbord and a buffet?
Well, we Scandinavians, we like to call smorgasbord. That's the Scandinavian way to say it. Yeah.
You do what you need to do, and I'll stay out of the way.
Okay.
Unless you need help.
You can help me.
Okay.
Okay.
Indirect heat. I understand,
Yeah.
Sorley. I don't have a lighter. Do you have a lighter?
Oh, I think I have matches someplace.
You gotta soak some chips.
Yeah. Actually, I using today. Sometimes I using apple chips, you know, with the. I just soak it up. That's give it to put. Okay, and now we let that to cook, and we go inside, and we leave it.
We leave it.
We leave it when it's nice and hot. We come back.
Okay.
With salmon.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Ever wonder what the difference is between a buffet and a smorgasbord? The answer may shock you. So is this already a smorgasbord, or is there a secret ingredient where it will suddenly become a smorgasbord?
And we have little, that pickled herring go with this egg, caviar with eggs. They go together. And we're going
Feta and olives, not Scandinavian.
Well, that's a special quest.
What?
That's a special quest, our guest. You know,
Oh,
the
a
one.
request.
Yeah.
Okay, a special request. What about the rice?
That is a
Wild
Minnesota.
rice. So that's a
Yeah.
Minnesota thing.
Yeah.
Or is it a smorgasbord because of the accent?
No.
What's this?
That's we do Finland, like a mushroom, wild mushroom salad. I do that with eggplant because it's a very similar taste. This is the salmon, what we let, season it.
No, that's just salt and herbs, or you put
Yeah.
sugar on there as well?
It's just a little sugar. Put there to make it 4. I think that's enough. We see what happens. Thanks. This is a salad you never eat before, I guarantee.
This is a salad of pickled herring.
No, that one.
This one?
Yeah, called
But
rosoli.
you don't think I've ever eaten that before?
Do you?
Yesterday.
Oh,
We ate at a Russian restaurant yesterday that served this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of
Rosoli.
pickled.
Herring?
It's got onions and sometimes carrots, potato, and beets. Is that right?
Yeah.
But it's
That-
not. I'm sure it's not as good as yours.
Well, you put a little vodka here.
A little vodka. Vodka. A little vodka. How much vodka?
Whatever you know you like.
I'm liking this version better all the time.
After dosing it up with plenty of vodka, we finish Sorley's beet and potato salad with beet juice laced whipped cream.
So, not a smorgasbord yet.
Well, after we finish that salmon on the table with the desserts, you know, we're getting there.
The salmon is done. Tell me about this. This is interesting.
Well, this is a rosette. It's traditionally a Christmas cookie. But to bring it out in the summer and the spring, you find a butterfly rosette iron, and they're deep fried.
So along comes the little butterfly, and then you just
chomp away. That's it. Ooh. No, it's getting to be a smorgasbord now because we have dessert.
That's right. We
Well,
gotta
she
be-
won't tell me
Well, when we are
what
complete
a
this,
smorgasbord actually is.
After
Can you
we-
tell me?
Well, you know, I'm going to defer to.
Next, we turn out Sorley's special Norwegian vegetable tort, baked layer concoction.
let's lift it up open. Yeah, we have to.
So we have to sit and look at it like this? That's kind of mean.
Well,
so
that's
I could cook any kind of food if it was upscale and put it out there in large amounts, and that would be a smorgasbord.
You'd have a buffet.
That on the table, yeah.
But if you cook lots of Scandinavian food.
Okay, so that's the thing. In the end, if you have a bunch of, if the majority of the food on the buffet is Scandinavian, it is then a smorgasbord.
I would go with that.
So there's no linchpin dish. Okay, what's a smorgasbord?
I think it's like a super buffet. I think it has to have something hot, something cold, something pickled, and dessert.
Something hot, something cold, something pickled, and dessert.
Yes.
That could be only 4 things.
No, for large varieties.
Okay, so you got to have a whole bunch, but with those things.
Yes.
And we always eat potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yeah, Scandinavians, you know, you don't have no meal out of potato.
There's no meal without potato.
Oh,
so,
okay.
a smorgasbord would not possibly be a smorgasbord if there weren't potatoes. Finally, a definition that I can actually use.
Round. And we have to change that one.
This will keep the motorcycle
Yeah.
moving.
And taste that with that sourdough bread. Okay.
It doesn't matter what you put your fork in.
Okay, and
Fabulous.
you have to taste something.
We haven't seen that much fruit in 30 days. Now we can say we've had a real smorgasbord? Can we say that now?
Yes, you can.
But there are no potatoes yet.
They're almost done.
They're almost
Yeah.
done. But right now, this is still just a buffet because there are no potatoes.
Having stuffed ourselves to the brim, time for a coffee, some fresh ink, and the final push.
So afternoon here in Minneapolis, nice afternoon, warm. Stuffed ourselves with smorgasbord. The rest of the bikers have gone off to change their oil. I did that before I left Atlanta, so I've decided to just kind of wander around. Found a place here, Bob's Java Hut. Looks like kind of a motorcycle-esque kind of a coffee bar. So I'm gonna grab some Joe. Hey, coffee? Just a cup of coffee.
For here to go.
Here. Who collects all the motorcycle stuff?
That would be the owner.
What's upstairs?
Tattoo shop. Uptown Tattoo.
Tattoo shop. Thanks.
You're welcome. You have a good day.
Ready? Yep. Just don't move. I'm not gonna move.
Uptown fare around here. This is from Galactic Pizza. This is a Mexicali pizza. So.
And it's organic.
You brought me an organic slice of pizza.
We did.
I have never attempted to try to eat a piece of pizza while getting a tattoo. Awesome. You like it? No, I like it a lot. I finally got my skull, my knife and fork, and I've got the year on there to commemorate the trip. Yeah, absolutely. Well done. Well, that's gonna leave a mark. Well, since my tattoo took a lot longer than the average oil change, I've got to ride several hours just to catch up with the rest of the gang, who are already involved in some, well, kind of unsavory and strange behavior. As we traveled northward, we wanted to find out if we could continue to find authentic Scandinavian lifestyles. And asking around, we were eventually led up here to Crosby, Minnesota, where a curious gentleman has converted an old Methodist church into a Nordic inn. And they take things very seriously. Having never seen a place of worship converted into a combination dinner theater, role-playing club, and theme park, I'm not sure what to make of the Nordic Inn or its creator, Richard Schmidthober, aka Steiner. But they do put out some hearty, how do you say, hors d'oeuvre in Viking?
No, Woden's Day, now in Germany, if you go to Woden's Day, because Woden was a pagan god, if the farmer couldn't give them any money, they cut a slit in their nose, okay? And so when they came back the next year, if they had a scar on their nose, they know they didn't pay them last year, so they burnt their farm down. And that's where we get the term paying through the nose.
Well, I like the helmet.
Well, this looks kingly. Too bad you're not king.
I stand before you with the king's meat in my hand. Isn't it grand? You'll notice the king's meat is not large, but there is enough to go around. Here we got Swedish potato sausage, Valkaris on horseback, which are shrimp wrapped in bacon.
Next, Steinar comes forth with Viking potatoes, which look like potatoes with carrots and maybe some parsnips added in. And then comes the baby dragon leg, which looks like it came from a turkey. Tasty dough. There's gruel of the beast, kind of a meat pie action happening there. And dessert, sweets for the sweet, he calls it. It looks like a baked custard with some whipped cream. Those Vikings ate real well. After eating all night long, we bid Steiner and his Nordic Inn adieu. It's not so scary in the daytime. After about an hour of country roads and lots of little bitty lakes, we arrive at Itasca State Park. Now the name comes from the splicing together of two Latin words, veritas and caput, which together mean true head, and was coined by explorer Henry Schoolcraft in 1832 when he was led by a Chippewa chief to the birthplace of the Mississippi, which at its inception is about 20 feet wide and a foot deep. It looks nice and neat because the Park Service works hard to keep it that way for visitors like us who don't really want to hike through a swamp and be sucked out of our skin by mosquitoes.
Whoa, look at that, it went right over. Who will beat me? Who will beat me? Right there. Watch out, Izzy. Oh, look at that. Oh,
It is time to breach the containment vessel of the Lutefisk. I suggest everybody stand back. My knife blade's already dissolving.
Just don't get yourself shot with it. There we go.
Put the lid on.
Just keep an eye on it.
Yeah. And we'll prepare for the goodness. I hope I don't kill any wildlife. Yeah, it smells fishy, all right. It's kind of like a giant fish geyser.
Just pull it straight up.
JB, the bravest of us all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go. Go. If he dies, he said I could have his bike.
That's not nearly as bad as I thought it was.
Oh.
I mean, it's kind of gelatinous, but it's mostly fish. Yeah, it's not.
I'll try some next.
It's not the. Oh, now everybody wants some.
Now,
Yeah. Mark will have some. He'll take his medicine.
Bear and I'll split a tiny.
That, anything less, no, you eat that all alone.
I had jellyfish one time and it was
I'll take my bone.
That's great. Well, give me another one. That's awesome. Thanks.
Second season.
That's the best fish I ever ate in my life.
Really?
Oh, it's awesome.
I'll try it with some butter.
It's not.
JC, I see you. Here you go. Gentlemen,
Chew it.
come on. Chew it. Swallow. He's not swallowing. Rub his neck like a dog. There we go. Okay, here comes Bobby. Great. Long live the Lutefisk. Well, I reckon that we have chased the big brown snake into its hole, Lake Itasca here in Minnesota. By my reckoning, 3,333 miles from the Gulf of Mexico. It's been a heck of a trip. You know, I gotta say that if you really want to see this country, if you want to smell it, taste it, feel it, you're gonna have to get on the road. There's no other way. Will the food always be great? No, okay, it's not. But if I've learned anything, it's that the real power of food isn't its ability to thrill us or to impress us. It's its ability to connect. Connect us to our heritage, connect us to the land, and especially to connect us to each other. Food, at its best, is about communication and communion. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, ride hard, eat hearty, and be grateful. Bye.